Arrow, Season 7, Episode 9, Elseworlds Part 2. This is the review. And this episode was enjoyable, very enjoyable. It was fantastic. It was great. I love this episode. Now, I might have really had an attachment to the first Elseworlds Part 1 episode because of the whole Smallville thing, which made me drop some man tears, and I had goosebumps, and I was just like, oh, snap, because I didn't expect it. Oh, man, it just took me back. That show was fantastic, Smallville. But this one, we go to Gotham, and I was excited for this. We finally get to see Batwoman. But before we get to the Batwoman stuff, I like when they got to Gotham and how Barry, Kara, and Oliver were just walking around and stuff. And I actually like this Barry. I do. He's tougher. He's a little bit more serious, and it's something we get to see a little different from Barry. Now, I like my, Barry Allen Flash, but this was kind of cool to see this. And it started making me think that Oliver's going to just miss this speed. Why wouldn't you? Having superpowers, he finally gets superpowers. At first when they start showing these pictures for this crossover, I was just like, they're going to swap identities, or, he's got his abilities. What? But I'm actually liking it because, it's not going to last. It's not going to stay like that. So I'm actually enjoying it while I can. And it's pretty cool. Oliver finally get to see what it's like to have superpowers and stuff. And he's also changed too. He's being more upbeat and thoughtful and trying to enjoy himself more instead of just feeding off the hate that he usually do when he's Green Arrow. But I love the interaction between, including Kara too, but between Oliver and Barry. I love seeing them interact with each other. It's some of my favorite parts of just this whole universe. Even before Barry was there, I loved Arrow, but when they get together, even when they first start just crossing over in each other's shows or having team-ups in their shows, it just works. I like them too. I see them too, and I just love the dynamic between them two, the chemistry. I bet they want to do a lot more episodes together, but it's kind of tough with the schedules and stuff. But I love it. I would love to see Barry on Arrow more, and Oliver on Flash more. You know what I mean? Look, the teammates, the new team Arrow, and Mr. Terrific, Renee, whatever. I love the show when it was. I thought it was just fine when it was the original Team Arrow. Oliver, Diggle, and Felicity. And I would love to see Oliver with Barry and Team Star Labs more. You know what I mean? Like, everybody at Star Labs I like. I really do. I just do. Just for their roles. I like how they just try to come up with stuff at Star Labs. And I would like to see Barry doing more stuff by himself, being the hero. But it's like a family over there, it really is. Not to say the Arrow team isn't a family, but they're always splitting up, breaking up, and everybody's disagreeing with each other. Even when stuff like that kind of happened with Diggle and Felicity and Oliver, it just worked a lot better to me. You know what I mean? When it was just them three, the Holy Trinity, as John Campbell would say. But I don't mind it. I would really like to see, I enjoyed when Roy was on the team, Sarah was on the team sometimes, and even Diggle's wife. But I would like to see Diggle, Felicity, and Oliver team up with Star Labs and Barry a lot more, and then I love seeing them together, man. I really do, and it's good every time they on there. It's like magic. It just works. But let me get to that. They're running around Gotham looking for somebody because they have to find this guy who has this book from the Monitor, right? So it's just cool to see them all interact. So you got people running up on them, thugs, the cops arresting them. Then all of a sudden, they get bailed out by who they think is somebody who knows Bruce Wayne or whatever. So when that happens, I'm just like, oh, here we go. Ruby Rose is going to be playing Kate Kane, and she's going to be Batwoman. Now, I said this as soon as they start putting her on screen. As soon as we saw her, and she started to speak and interact with Barry and Oliver, and Kara too. Kara was there. I love her in the crossovers. I love every time they got Supergirl in the crossovers. I wish she was in all of them. I hope she continues being in them. The show this season I'm really into too, but when she was interacting with them, I was just like, I just see Ruby Rose. It doesn't, her hairstyle's not too different than what it usually is. I don't know if it's Kate Kane. Now, I haven't read a lot of Batwoman comics. I haven't. I've seen a lot of material and stuff, but I haven't read a lot. But I was like, man, I have a feeling I'm going to like her as Batwoman more than I like her as Kate Kane. And I do. Because when she became Batwoman, I just think her personality and just, I mean, she's covered head to toe except for her mouth, really, in the suit, but it just works. I like it. I like it. I like seeing Batwoman. I like seeing somebody from the Bat family represented and stuff in this show, in this universe. I love it. And that's what I was excited for. I would have been happy with Batgirl, who I like more than Batwoman, or somebody like Dick Grayson. Please, I would have lost it. You know, or Robin, or even Batman. If they did a version of Batman, I would have enjoyed that. So it was just kind of cool to see Gotham get somebody that's a part of the Bat family and have them interact with them on the show. Finally, you know what I mean? But yeah, hers, Kate. It was okay, but it just looks like I'm just watching Ruby. I don't know. It's okay. She's okay, but loved her when she was Batwoman, and I loved how she fights, how she looks. She looks fantastic, the suit and everything. So I loved her like that, and I can't wait to see more. They're not idiots. They know people go crazy for stuff like that, so they're going to bring her back. They're even talking about doing her own show, so I kind of hope that happens too, and I hope it's good. Here's the funny thing. Batman's missing. He's been gone for 3 years. She's also Bruce's cousin. If I believe correctly, Bruce's mom's maiden name was Kane, I think. So they really are cousins. I'm not sure. Gotta look that up. But yeah, so she's taking care of Gotham while Bruce and the Batman is gone. I like how Barry didn't believe Batman was real. Like, he thought he was a myth. I remember when he would mention Bloodhaven a couple times, people would say, oh, he probably was hanging out with Nightwing. He probably knows him. What if he did know Nightwing? If he knew Nightwing, he would believe that Batman was real, I think. But he feels like he's a myth. Barry very much hopes he isn't a myth. And remember that line when Barry was like, oh, no, I would never compare myself to, what was it, a badass like Batman. And then Oliver was looking at Barry like, you know what I mean? Like, come on now. That was funny. I really enjoyed that. But, yeah, this whole episode was good. It was fun. I enjoyed seeing it and everything. The ending. Oh my goodness. Remember Felicity and everybody, Team Flash and Team Arrow was talking and everything. And Felicity was learning some things, how people felt about the situation and everything. Her and Oliver. And it's just funny because people were just on Twitter going at it. Like, it was like, let's just face it. Oliver and Felicity, and it's just not West Allen material. They're not there because, Iris and Barry love each other way more. They had their problems, but not as many as Oliver and Felicity. I hate when they got problems. I like when they work and stuff just goes along. I mean, if they disagree on how they should handle something, cool, but I'm tired of them just beefing all the time, But anyway, when they were trying to reach whatever we're trying to break through into their reality, I didn't even think it was Flash. I don't know why I wasn't thinking that. Earth 90 Flash, the 90s Flash. I love that. I love him so much. Remember watching that with my sister when we was really little, oh my goodness. But anyway, when he finally did breach through and he was telling him what's happening, well, before he was telling him what's happening, I like how he looked at John, and I'm such an idiot for this. I didn't get it right away. But he was like, John Diggle, you don't have your ring. I guess things here are different. I'm like, what ring? Wedding ring? What is it? Isn't he married? I'm like, what the? And then it hit me like a little while later. I'm like, oh, he's talking about he was the Green Lantern. Now fans were saying maybe Diggle could be John Stewart. No, he's not John Stewart. He's John Diggle. They created a John Diggle in the comics. Here's a John Diggle in the comics now. But that would have been cool to see a different, and we might see that one day. Diggle as the Green Lantern. That would be off the hook to see that. But when he first came through, they thought it was Jay Garrett. He looks just like him. And when he was like, no, and Barry was like, Dad, I was like, oh, he thinks it's his dad from a different Earth, or his dad with speedster powers now. But no, his name's Barry Allen. They're like, oh my God, it's a different version of me. It was pretty cool, but he was gone quick. I'm like, the Monitor just snapped his fingers. I was like, did he kill him? Did he send him back? What the heck happened? But yeah, when they met up with the Monitor, I was like, okay, it's about to go down. And then he snapped his fingers again, and then we get the Trigger twins. Oliver and Barry are the Trigger twins, and cops roll up on them because they just tried to rob a bank or something, I don't know, and Diaz was a cop. I was like, oh my gosh, I love that. You can't even get rid of Diaz in a crossover in different universes, or reconstructing of the Earth 1 universe, really, which is pretty cool that Batwoman exists in Earth 1. You know what I mean? So I was hoping it wasn't a different world they went to or something, so they have to keep doing the same thing they do with Supergirl. Hate that. But anyway, that's pretty cool. I think I can't. Well, see, I'm doing this review late. I should have done it last night, but I was tired. I can't wait to see what we got tonight. But I think if Infinity Crisis is coming, something like that, keep doing these different universes in the crossovers, because we get so much more. We get something that feels really special, but then we gotta wait a whole nother year until we see this. Oh man, they really do make us wait. But I love these crossovers. They're fantastic. I can't say enough about them. That whole fight at the asylum when the fear toxin got out, Scarecrow's fear toxin and stuff, that was pretty cool because it brung us Reverse Flash. And you know, John Barrowman came back as Malcolm Merlin. You know, some people was like, why not Prometheus? Well, we've seen him return him out of his mind. Bring back somebody who's been gone for a while too, since the island. And yeah, I love Merlin. I hope he comes back on the shows. I really liked him when the Dark Archer was, you know, brought into the Arrowverse and stuff like that. I love Malcolm. I love Merlin a lot. But yeah, I enjoyed this one tremendously. I have to say it's up there just with the part 1 Elseworlds. It's just that part 1 Elseworlds just was so good. I mean, we knew some of what we were going to get, especially if you're online looking at these pictures, behind the scene footage and stuff. If you follow Stephen Amell or Grant Gustin and stuff like that, you saw some of what's coming. But the episode just works so great. I can't wait to get more Barry and Oliver. Anyway, that's my review. Just wanted to say how I felt about it. I loved every minute of it. I want to see more 90s Flash, man. Bring him back. You know what I mean? I thought we was going to get some more of him. Now we got evil Superman they're about to go up against, and Clark's going to be back. We saw that from some footage and stuff. Wonder how that's going to go. I love these crossovers, and tonight's the last episode. Makes us sad, doesn't it? We ain't going to no more crossover event after this, but hey man, what a time it is for us geeks and nerds and people who grew up watching these like the 90s Flash television show and reading comics and cartoons and stuff. You know, and these shows are bringing people into these comic characters that were never into comics and stuff. So this is great. I wish we was at this point years ago, because by this point we would have had a lot more done and stuff. But whatever. I even heard rumors that Titans might cross over with the Arrowverse. You know, Titans is a little bit way more mature, so I don't know how they would do that if they clean it up. I mean, it's possible. You know, people look at it like, no, they never done something like that, something that mature, and to take it over here. They can do it. You know, even if it feels a little different, they can do it. It's just a matter if we like it or we accept it or if it's done right. But the guy who plays Hulk, who was also Arthur Aquaman on Smallville, he was the one saying that on online and social media or in an interview or something like that, that there's a chance that they might cross over. I'm for it. I don't know where it's going to happen in the timeline and everything like that, but whatever. I'm all for it. I want to see more Bat Family, more DC characters in this whole universe. Anyway, that's my review. Like the video if you like the video. Leave some comments. Let me know what y'all thought. You know how it goes. See you next time.